back on the road again. Hey guys, it's Weston with Outworld. Thanks for joining us for our latest build project. So this time it's a 2019 Toyota 4Runner Off-Road Premium. And when we got this, the goal was to have this stock as little as possible. So a few weeks ago, we made some calls to our friends at CBI, Gobi Racks, Toytec, Total Chaos, Magnuson Superchargers, and got the ball rolling. So we are en route to Denver right now from San Diego. And the goal is to have this built up from stock to completely finished in 7 days. First stop is Gobi Racks here in Denver, Colorado to upgrade the factory rack system. Gobi makes some of the best looking racks on the market, plain and simple. Clean, low profile designs that complement the vehicle while adding a ton of function. The ladder and custom fit accessories like awning mounts and sunroof inserts come together to make the perfect package. Should have known how quick they could install this. This installation usually takes me an hour and change, but these guys are finishing up in 20 minutes. Now that the rack system is on, we're off to the other side of Denver for the next couple days. Day 2 in Denver, we're here at Toytec Lifts doing the suspension, wheels and tires. With the suspension, we went with the Toytec Lifts Aluma series coilovers with the remote reservoir in the front, the 2.5-inch series shocks with the Superflex coils in the rear. After we get the suspension done, we're going to do the wheels and tires. I went with the Method Racing MR701, and any minute now we're going to have FedEx dropping off the Grabber X3s, 285/70/17 should be a perfect complement to this lift. The Aluma series is Toytec's latest performance suspension. The aluminum shock bodies help maintain cooler operating temps as well as better protection from the elements. They're also fully rebuildable. The front coilovers are adjustable and sporting 700-pound coils. These will support the steel bumper and winch we're installing next week, and we're setting the preload accordingly. Complementing the front suspension are the Total Chaos upper control arms. Their uniball design offers a stronger connection to the spindle, increased tire clearance, and corrects a caster angle to optimize alignment specs. Since alignments rely only on the current geometry of the suspension and not the tire size, we're knocking that out while we're waiting on the new tires to be delivered. And just in time, they roll into the shop. Today is the first day with the new lift, wheels, and tires. It's also the last day the engine will be under 300 horsepower. I have 24 hours left in Denver with one job remaining. This is going to be a long day. I sent Magnuson my stock tuning file ahead of time, and they sent me back my new custom tune the next day. The install itself is straightforward but tedious, and it starts with removing the upper intake manifold assembly and stock spark plugs. Once the cooler plugs are installed, the supercharger is ready to be fitted onto the engine. A supercharger increases an engine's power through belt-driven forced induction.
By increasing the airflow, the engine compensates by burning more fuel, thereby increasing power. Out of the box, the Magnuson Supercharger offers a 30% increase in horsepower and 28% increase in torque. That's at the factory set 6 pounds of boost, but these units have been tested up to 15 psi. There's a lot of meat left on that bone. The Supercharger kit also includes a low pressure radiator that supplies its own independent cooling system. Once that's installed and wired up, it's time to reinstall the intake, hood latch, and horns. "11 hours later, after triple checking every connection and rereading all 296 steps, we're ready for a test start. I feel better sticking around Denver this weekend in case there are any issues, but I need to be in Idaho Falls on Monday morning, so high-stakes supercharger testing it is. I chose the northern route into Idaho to finally cross off a long-time bucket list item, the Grand Tetons. Just enough to get my feet wet, and surprisingly getting my first taste of snow for the season as we cross Teton Pass. The next 48 hours are dedicated to full armor and recovery. Today we'll be tackling the front bumper, winch, and skid plates. The first step of this install is literally cutting off the lower portion of the bumpers. After measuring and taping off, a rough cut is made below the tape line. Then lighter passes are made to refine a smooth, consistent cut. The Supercharger's intercooler pump we just installed needs to be relocated to clear the new bumper. We're just waiting on the fog lights from Baja Designs, which can be installed at any time, but the winch is a different story. And for that, we went with Warren's latest VR EVO 10S. IP68 waterproof rating, synthetic rope equipped out of the box, and wireless capable remote. CBI's front bumper and skid plates seamlessly integrate and look as good as they protect. They've also built in service doors that allow you to perform some maintenance without having to remove them entirely. Rolling into the shop for the last day is bittersweet. Awesome if we hit our goal, but kinda sad it's wrapping up. Same as the front bumper, the rear is measured and taped off to prepare for the straight line cuts. rear bumper integrates 6 marker lights and 2 corner ditch lights, one on each side. Just as we finish wiring them up and installing the rear bumper, the lights for the front bumper are delivered. Nothing suave about installing a swing arm. Just a few good swings of the mallet to get the bearing seated on the spindle. We chose to have the left arm house the fuel on high lift jack and the spare tire mounted on the right. The last thing on the menu is the rock sliders. The primary function is to protect the body from damage. The bonus perks are side steps and blocking rocks from being flung out of the tire. With these bad boys mounted up, this project is a wrap. For now.